had several unique experiences where I just knew that God was real. One of them was when they laid hands on me to speak in tongues. And I think they laid hands on me because I think they didn't think I would be able to receive the gift, and then I did. And then years later, when I was questioning, is there a God, is the Bible, blah, 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 I said, well, there has to be. This was written down thousands of years ago. You can't even speak Spanish. You know what I mean? So another thing that happened right before I left for Florida, God told me, I'm going to tell you things and you're to say them out loud and not question them, and you're just to stand up, and if I tell you to say something, you need to say something. And I'll tell you, I was in a room full of people that I just met at a men's Bible study with a good friend of mine. I'm new, I'm not trying to, I'm not one of these people that like praise in public and, I would cringe when somebody did that. You know what I mean? Like, let me pray. I'd be like, yeah, you leave me alone. And so I'm listening. There were probably about, I don't know how many people, but there was I don't know, more than 20, and we're all sitting around at a Bible study, and this guy was like, I just want you to pray for my wife. She's going through something at work. People are treating her, yada, yada, yada. And God told me while this guy was talking, he said, I want you to stand up right now and tell this guy in front of all these people that your wife is no longer going to have to worry about any of this. And that's all he said. And I said, God, not now. I don't want to. This isn't my, I literally started again. And I used to, stand up on stage and do stand-up comedy and speak publicly at, sobriety places and stuff. And I said, okay. So I said, I got to tell you something. I don't do this. This isn't something, I'm not this person, that does this. But I just want you to know that God's telling me to tell you, okay, that your wife is no longer, whatever it is, and however it's going down, your wife is no longer going to have to worry about this, and it's just not going to be an issue. So a couple days later, I go to church. The pastor pulls me aside and says, listen, next time you have a vision from God, you need to check with me, which isn't biblical. You don't have to check with the pastor. He was trying to say, you need to come to me and tell me first. And I was like, I don't have to do that. And I said, why? What happened? He goes, well, she lost her job. And I said, what did I say? He goes, well, you said, she's no longer going to have to worry about these guys and, treating her like that. And I go, yeah, she lost her job. She's not going to have to worry about those guys. Hello, dummy. So I left that church that day. I said, I'm not coming back. I said, let's be honest, this place is dead. There's no Holy Spirit. I'm not growing here. It was one of these Torah churches. It was just a bunch of bullshit. But I'll tell you, God told me legitimately, and when you stand up and you start doing it and you get rid of the pride and, oh, this girl's gonna, that I like is gonna hear me say this and she's gonna think I'm a wacko, or these people are gonna talk about me, and you really start stepping up for God, you start getting more of them. You start getting more things like God told me, no matter what, Trump's coming back in some way. Same thing with Obama. And people were like, oh, Trump lost the election. And I said, that's fine. Doesn't mean he's not coming back. You know what I mean? I know God, I feel like 100% that God told me that. So I don't know. People just don't pray for the spiritual gifts that are out there. And it's like there's a whole list of superpowers that you could acquire. I could speak in tongues since I was 20 years old. No one else in my family can do it, okay? I know legitimately that it's a real thing, okay? Discernment. People don't have discernment. They think Trump's sent by God. Are you out of your mind? You know what I mean? Come on. That's not, you don't even need discernment for that. visions, stuff, all kinds of stuff. I just prayed about it when I was a kid. Hey, God, send me this stuff. I'm interested in it. And if your heart is pure and all that stuff, it will happen. So it's a legit thing. And what's coming is He's pouring it out on the earth right now. So it's even the Holy Spirit is on earth right now more so than when the Bible was being written. You know what I mean? Like He said, I'm going to pour them out on the earth everywhere. It's up for grabs. It's up to you to take advantage of it.